everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about all of the fragrances that I wore last week. So as always, I'm gonna jump right in. The first one we are going to talk about is, I did a ton of testing of some of the newer perfumes that I've just picked up. I also pulled a couple of things out of my project pan, which I'm gonna do, I think I'm gonna do an update this week as well, as to where I'm at with project pan. I'm not doing not doing as good as I wish I were doing, but I'm working on it. But anyways, with that being said, I'm gonna jump right in. The first one that I wore is a newer one to my collection. This is from Kim Kardashian, and this is called Fleur Fatale. I love this fragrance. There's nothing groundbreaking about it at all. It's just like it's a light, fresh, clean, soapy rose. It's sweet, but it's sweet in a really fresh way. It's not syrupy sweet. It's not, I don't know, it's just a really clean sweet. But it's beautiful. It's soapy. It's like a soapy rose. Again, nothing groundbreaking, but I loved it. Now, this does not perform well at all on me. I will have to definitely give this a go in colder weather to see if it performs any better in cooler weather. It might. It was pretty warm and humid when I wore this, and I think I got maybe 3 or so hours out of it. So it wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great either, but I loved it. It was one of those perfumes that was just super enjoyable to wear. Every time I would move, I would get a whiff of myself, and it was just this beautiful, sweet, if you can imagine, like, I don't know, this smell of sweet little baby pink rosebuds or something. That's what this reminds me of. It says that it's like, I guess, done after her favorite flower, which is a white rose. I don't know what the difference is between a white rose and anything and any other rose. But it's beautiful. It's, again, clean, fresh, sweet, soapy, really nice. I do hope that it performs better in cooler weather, but if not, it's totally fine. I was able to just move on and wear something else that day, but I would just reapply it if I still wanted to wear it. I love this bottle. I think the bottle is beautiful. If you took the writing away on it, like if you look at it from the back side, I think it's gorgeous. It's such a pretty bottle. I love the rose gold accents. And I don't even mind the writing on it because it's just such a pretty, like, font. Yeah, I just think it's such a beautiful bottle, and even the lid is really pretty. Like, everything about it is just really, really beautiful. So yeah, very happy to have this in my collection. It was so inexpensive on FragranceNet, and which I feel another FragranceNet haul coming soon. I feel like there are some things that I want. So anyways, that is Kim Kardashian Fleur Fatale. Beautiful. Next, we've got one of my Project Pan fragrances. Sorry, it's got hair on it. I don't even know how. This is a fragrance called Vanilla Pearl. I can't remember. I got this at Five Below. I can't remember. Somebody told me what this is supposed to be a clone for. Yeah, I've made like little Sharpie marks where I started and where I'm at now. And again, you can see, like I said, I'm not doing amazingly well with my project pan. I think because I'm getting so many new fragrances and I'm just testing stuff all the time. So it's hard for me to want to pull these out, but this is really nice. It's like it's a warm, sweet, kind of slightly ambery vanilla. Again, nothing groundbreaking about it. It does smell quite inexpensive. It smells like a body spray or something. It performs like a body spray. I should be able to easily go through this, because if I wanted to smell like this all day, I would probably have to spray half the bottle on to smell like this all day, because I would have to reapply it so often. I think I can get maybe 30 minutes out of this, 30 to 45 minutes before I would need to reapply. So yeah, it was just, this is like my, I don't know, this was my only like foray into Five Below fragrances, so I will probably not purchase anything else. Not unless somebody comes out and says that there's one that's like amazing, then maybe I would, but I will probably not buy fragrance from Five Below again. This one's fine. It's just, you know, there's nothing great about it. So anyways, it's just one that I'm trying to get through. And yeah, it's like a warm kind of sweet vanilla. So that is Vanilla Pearl from, I don't even know who what the brand is. It's from Five Below. Okay, next I wore this baby. Ugh, I love this. This is Musk Malaki from Swiss Arabian. And it's one of those that you have to apply it with this beautiful dabber. Oh my gosh, it's such a stunning white musk. It's warm and sweet and very, very skin-like. It definitely smells like a Middle Eastern, like white musk, which I need to get on. I'm gonna get on Triple Traders soon as well, because they have a lot of, like, if I remember correctly, they have a lot of different white musk. Oh my gosh, a lot of different white musk fragrances from Middle Eastern brands. And I really, really want to get more into them, because I have a feeling that I'll be able to find something close to Lake and Sky 1111. In fact, this one is very close to Lake and Sky 1111. It's a really, really warm, skin-light white musk. In fact, it smells really, really similar to 1111. It's such a good one. I just love it. I love the little bottle that it's in. I love applying this one. You can see I have had some evaporation, but I have also used a ton of this because I love it. So anyways, that is Musk Malaki from Swiss Arabian. It's a beauty. Okay, next I wore this one here. This is the fragrance that I wore the first night that we stayed at the Airbnb, because I wanted something really cozy and comforting, and yeah, something that was just gonna kind of bring me peace. And this is definitely one of those fragrances. This is Aerin Amber Musk, and this is so beautiful. This is like a light, warm amber. It's sweet. It's got a little bit of coconut in it. It's probably the lightest amber fragrance that I've got in my collection. It's definitely more suited for cooler weather, but I tend to reach for this a lot in the warmth, and I guess it's because of that coconut note in it. Actually, I think it's like coconut water or something, but it's a coconut note. Yeah, and for whatever reason, it makes me want to reach for this in the warmer weather, but it performs way better in cool weather. I did wear this to bed one night. Actually, I think I put it on in the evening. I want to say I put it on at about 6, and yeah, by the time I went to bed, I couldn't smell it anymore, sadly. But it brought me a lot of joy for the little bit of time that I was able to smell it. It does perform way better in the colder weather. I can get a good maybe 3 hours out of it in cooler weather. In warm weather, I can get maybe an hour if I'm lucky. But I do love it. It's just a beautiful fragrance. So anyways, that is Aerin Amber Musk. Ooh, you guys, I've got a couple of absolute gems in this bunch, which I can't wait to talk about, but I've gotta get through a lot. Okay, the next one that I wore is this one here. This is from Women's Secret, and this is the apple fragrance. This is one that I don't think that I'm gonna hold on to. It does smell like DKNY Be Delicious, but it's got a cucumber note in it, and the cucumber in it is way too prominent. So for me, all I end up smelling is cucumber. And it's nice. It's really nice in hot weather, but this one didn't last very long either. I think I got maybe 3-ish hours out of it, which isn't horrible for a really, really affordable fragrance like this. But yeah, the cucumber note just kills me. I can't get past it. So yeah, and I am gonna pick up, I think I've got a roller ball of Be Delicious and Be Tempted as well. I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up a bottle of Be Delicious, or I may just pick up a new bottle of Golden Delicious, which is my favorite version of Be Delicious. But anyways, that is Women's Secret Apple. It's okay, I'm probably not gonna hang on to that one. Okay, next I wore this baby. This is Escada Cherry in Japan. This is a limited edition. This went on sale at Ulta not long ago, and it was so inexpensive, and I was like, oh my gosh, anybody who wants it. That's when I need to start doing community posts for you guys, so that when I come across sales or like a, you know, like an original bottle of something on Mercari or just good things, I need to start, you know, figuring out a way to let you guys know, or maybe I'll just do a short or something and just get it up quickly so I can let you guys know. But yeah, this went on super sale. It was like 20, the 1 ounce bottle I think was like maybe $28, maybe even less, I can't remember. But if you were a fan of Escada Cherry in the Air, which is a long discontinued fragrance, I think you would really love Cherry in Japan. It's so similar. I think Cherry in Japan is even a little bit more cherry heavy, like it's got a little bit more cherry in it than Cherry in the Air did. If I remember correctly, this smells a little bit more cherry heavy to me. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's sweet cherry, but it's got that kind of Escada base, that sweet Escada base, but it is a predominantly cherry fragrance. It's really beautiful. I love it. I keep it in the box just because I love the packaging of the box so much. I have like a love affair with Japanese, well, I guess just with Japan. That's like the one country that I want to visit so badly, and I just love this packaging. I think it's so cute. Cherry in Japan is an absolute beast on me. I can spray this on once in the morning and I will still smell like this at 6 o'clock that night. It's an absolute beast. It's beautiful. It performs amazingly, and yeah, I just love it. So anyways, that is Escada Cherry in Japan. Next, I wore this one here. This is one of the new fragrances that I just picked up. This is from Dana, and this is Chantilly Eau de Vie. Now, this one, it's funny. Yeah, I think mine's a tester bottle, and that's why I don't have the beautiful flower lid that is supposed to come on it. But I'm okay with it. I love this. Oh, it's so nice. It's kind of, the only thing about this one is it's got a little bit of that kind of pencil shaving. It's got a little bit of a pencil shaving vibe to it at first. But once you spray it on your skin and it starts to dry down, that pencil shaving completely goes away. This is like a lightly sweet, it's like a lightly sweet floral. Nothing groundbreaking. You've definitely smelled it before. It's pretty clean smelling. It's like a light, sweet, clean floral. It's funny because it smells like the color of the bottle. So the bottle is this really beautiful kind of, I don't know, purplish pink color, and the color of the bottle is very indicative of what the perfume smells like. It smells like a light purple perfume. So this one is Anjou Pear, Creme de Cassis, Frangipani, Gardenia, Jasmine Sambac, Madagascar Vanilla, Creamy Sandalwood, and Warm Amber. It's just nice. It's super nice, super affordable, really pleasant. Just a nice perfume. It doesn't perform very well at all. I think I got maybe 2-ish hours out of it where I could really smell it on myself, and then after that it started to wear very close to the skin, and then after about 4 hours it was completely gone. So you'll get maybe, I don't know, 2 hours of really being able to enjoy it, another couple hours of barely being able to smell it, and then after like 4 hours it's completely gone. But it's so affordable. It's definitely worth just reapplying it. I really like this one. Yeah, I just enjoyed it. This is one that is gonna be one of those just easy to reach for. So anyways, that is Chantilly Eau de Vie. This next one, this is such an underrated gem in my collection. I never hear anybody talk about this. When this house first launched, she sent out fragrance to, I think she sent out perfume to, or the 3 perfumes that she makes to, I don't know how many fragrance reviewers. It's been a long time ago. It was when my channel was really small, and I was like surprised that anybody wanted to send me anything at that time. I think I had maybe like 1,500 subscribers or something. But anyways, this is from a house called Alchemy, and this is the fragrance called 33. She did send over all 3 of the fragrances. This one is the one that was made for women, and then there was a unisex one, and then there was a men's fragrance. The men's fragrance was super nice for a man. It was too masculine smelling for me. It was really nice. The unisex one, meh, it was okay. It wasn't my cup of tea. This one, on the other hand, is a gem. It's an underrated gem. Again, this one is called 33, and this one smells a lot like, it smells like a combination of, or like something in between, like the 2012 formulation of Miss Dior and Chanel Coco Mademoiselle. It's like if those two had a baby, it would be Alchemy 33. It's so beautiful. Let me see if I can find the notes. The only note that I remember that for sure this has in it is, I want to say it's got rose, and I think it's got sandalwood. Yeah, so the house is called Alchemy Perfumes, and they use like really clean ingredients. It's a really clean perfume brand. Yeah, it says these luminous fragrances will raise your vibration, awakening your senses to balance your chakras. Each fragrance is created by composing complex notes to uplift and inspire. Experience a long-lasting, intoxicating sense of Alchemy perfumes. So yeah, I never hear anybody talk about these. This one though, you guys, it's so stinking good. And every time I wear it, I'm like, dude, I don't know how you're not more popular. It's so good. Especially for people that like fragrances like Coco Mademoiselle and the 2012 formulation of Miss Dior. I swear it smells like something right in between. So Alchemy 33 is bergamot, ivy, sandalwood, patchouli, no, rose, sorry. Sandalwood, rose, patchouli, and vanilla. So yeah, I remembered it had rose and sandalwood in it. Gosh, it's just so good, and this thing is an absolute beast. This was not one that ever wore off. This was not one that I was sprayed it on in the morning and I was able to spray something else on that evening. No ma'am, this thing is a beast. I sprayed it on that morning and I was good for the entire day. I could smell myself all day. Other people could smell me all day. It was strong and beautiful. And it's just such a good fragrance. It's a little on the pricey side. It's $78 for, well, actually this is a 50 ml 1.7 ounce bottle. So $78 for a bottle, but whoo boy, is it so good. And it performs really, really good. So I definitely think it's worth the price. Yeah, I never hear anybody talk about these though. And this one it's such an underrated gem. I love it. So anyways, that is Alchemy 33. I'm so glad I pulled that one out. Okay, next is another one of my project pans. This one I'm doing a lot better with. So this is my Elizabeth Arden green tea, and you can see I started, there's my little mark of where I started. Right here, and I've used quite a bit. So yeah. Oh, I love green tea. I just wish that this one lasted longer. I need to pull out my Al Rahab green tea oil because it helps so much to layer this over that oil. You definitely get a few more hours out of it that way. By itself though, this thing is pathetic. It lasts, and it's sad because I remember when I was in middle school, I think I was in middle school when this came out, and I remember what a beast this was. Like, you could layer it over the lotion and you would smell like this for the entire day, like hours and hours. And now it's so sad. I think I got maybe an hour out of this, and it's funny because my husband came out when I was spraying this on and I was going to town. I mean, we're talking 12, 15 sprays probably. And my husband was like, oh my gosh, Sarah, you're like dousing yourself in that. And I was like, I know, but trust me, in 15 minutes, you're not gonna be able to smell it. Yeah, he thought that I was just putting way too much on, but he just didn't realize that you have to with this one. You have to overspray it, and then even then you're only gonna get like an hour out of it. It's so sad, which is why I'm trying to pan it, because as much as I love it, and I'll probably pan it till, you know, it's only got a little bit left and then hang on to it just like for reference. But yeah, it's just not really worth having because it's such a bad performing fragrance. I do love it though. So anyways, that is Elizabeth Arden green tea. Next is this one here. This is the Taboo Rose fragrance, and this is what I'm wearing today. It's so beautiful. This one, oh my gosh, I love it. It's so good. This one doesn't last very long. I sprayed this on probably, I don't know, it's probably been a couple hours ago now that I sprayed this on. And I can still smell it. Like, I can still smell it on my skin, but oh, it's so nice. This is so beautiful. This is such a like easygoing, clean, simple kind of shampoo-y rose. It's got lychee in it. It's very simple. It's like lychee and rose and I think some musk in the base. It's really, really simple, very linear, but so fresh and uplifting and beautiful. It's this gorgeous, clean, bright rose. It's got that tart lychee in the top, which I think lychee and rose is just such a nice combination. And yeah, it's shampoo-y. It's like a shampoo-y rose. Super clean, beautiful. I love it. I think it was like $5, so it's totally fine that I have to reapply it. It doesn't bother me at all. It's really, really nice. It's not, it doesn't perform as badly as like a body spray, but you know, you can get a few hours out of it before you need to reapply, and I really like it. It's super nice. I think it's a super safe blind buy. If you like rose, I think you would really like it. It's just, it's a super nice little fragrance. So anyways, that is Taboo Rose, and I love the original Taboo too. Somebody sent me a beautiful decant of, I think it's the original formulation of Taboo too that she sent me a decant of, and it's so good. I need to pick up a bottle of that, and I need to pick up a bottle of Lulu from Kesherelle. Okay, you guys, I saved the two best for last. This next one is this is one of those perfumes that I am so happy that I took a chance on this one. I picked it up just strictly based on the notes, and I just had a feeling I was gonna like it, and I love this perfume. I wore this perfume yesterday, and not only does it perform amazingly, it is the most beautiful, warm, cozy fragrance. It's one of those perfumes that just like melts into your being. So it ends up just smelling like you. You don't, I don't know, this one's hard to explain. I knew I was gonna have a hard time explaining this one when, when I was wearing it and testing it. I was like, how do I explain this experience I'm having with this fragrance? It's almost like it just smells like me. It's so warm and cozy and beautiful. Sorry, let me tell you what we're talking about. This is Immense Pour Femme from Parfums Sharer. It's warm, it's just a touch powdery. It's one of those that it just melts into your clothing and your skin, and you're in this super cuddly, vanillic, kind of slightly powdery cloud. Every time you move, you smell it. I don't know, it's like the perfect transition fragrance going into fall. So it doesn't project a ton, so it'll project, I don't know, maybe for an hour, and then after that it just wears very close, but it's, I don't know, it's just, it's like the most like cozy, close wearing fragrance, and I have a feeling that this is gonna perform amazingly in cooler weather. It was pretty hot out yesterday when I wore this. Well, it wasn't super hot. I want to say it was like in the 80s. So it wasn't like blazing, but it was, you know, still pretty warm. And it performed amazingly. So let me tell you what this is. This is Mandarin Orange, Bergamot, Orchid, Heliotrope, Gardenia, Jasmine, Sandalwood, Patchouli, and Vanilla. It's so good, you guys. It's so good. If you like kind of light ambery smelling scents, kind of like a light vanilla heavy amber, I think you would love this, because that's basically what it smells like. It smells like kind of a light vanilla heavy amber, slightly powdery. It's amazing. It's amazing. This is probably, I would say that this is one of my best finds all year. It's one of my best blind buys for sure. One of my most successful best blind buys of 2022 for sure. It's amazing. I love it. I can't recommend it enough for those of you that like perfumes like this. And it does have that kind of vintage vibe when you very first spray it on, but after it dries down, that completely goes out the window. It just ends up smelling like this beautiful, cozy, vanilla, like vanillic, ambery cloud. It's stunning. So anyways, that is Immense Parfum from Parfums Cher, one of my favorite finds this year for sure. And then you guys, oh my gosh. Okay, this next one has a little bit of a backstory behind it. So this is a perfume that I just recently picked up on Mercari. This is called Position for Women Eau de Parfum. Now, I knew that this was a dupe or some sort of a clone, and it's from a house called, or a brand called Fragrance Couture. I've never heard of Fragrance Couture. I thought, looking at the packaging, I thought that this was gonna be a clone for Hypnotic Poison. So anyways, I guess because it's not purple and it's red, I thought it was gonna be a clone of Hypnotic Poison. And I just was curious. It was, I think the guy was asking $13 for it on Mercari. I offered 10 and he took it. So yeah, I got it for $10. And so I get it, it came in the mail, and I sprayed it, and to my surprise, you guys, holy cow, this is a clone of the original formulation of Poison, and it is a good one. It's the only clone of the original formulation of Poison that I've ever smelled that has that grapey sweetness that I remember as a kid. It's got the sweetness to it. The new formulation of Poison is just not, oh my gosh, it's just not good. This is amazing, you guys. So I wore this, like full on wore it. In fact, I'm probably gonna wear, I'm probably gonna wear this tomorrow just because I'm obsessed with it. But it smells exactly like what I remember the original formulation of Poison smelling like. I sent a link to my friend in Georgia and I was like, oh my gosh, you have to get this. It's so, so good, and it performs so well. You would never know it's a cheap clone. Like, you would never know. These are my favorite kinds of clones too. I'm not really a huge fan of clones. Usually with clones, I like to buy either like niche fragrances that I know I'm never gonna pay full price for a full bottle of it, or stuff like this. This is my favorite. Things that have been discontinued that you can't find anymore, that you like you just want somebody to make it. You either want Dior to come back with the original formulation of it, or you want somebody to clone it. And this person, whoever this fragrance couture is, have cloned it like exactly how I remember it as a child. So I am gonna try, maybe I'll put on my vintage 1986 formulation first, because then it'll dry down to that beautiful base, but then I could spray this on top to get like the top and the mid before it dries down to that beautiful base. But I'm telling you guys, this is the best, hands down, this is the best clone I have ever smelled of the original Poison. It's so, so good. I can't wait for my friend to get it. I can't wait to hear her thoughts on it. I just know she's gonna love it. And it's amazing. So yeah, if you guys are interested, go on Mercari, look for, just put in like Position perfume, and I think it'll come up. And I told her the same thing. I was like, offer him $10, he'll take it. And I'm pretty sure he did. But yeah, amazing, amazing clone of the original formulation of Poison. It reminds me of being a child and getting into my mom's closet and spraying on that sweet, beautiful, grapey, like spiced grapey perfume. It was amazing. So anyways, that is called Position for Women, and I just saved the box so I could show you guys the box. So that is what the box looks like. And yeah, and again, this is what, and it's so funny because I was just not expecting that at all. I was fully expecting a Hypnotic Poison dupe, and I got the best Poison, original Poison dupe I've ever smelled. It's so good. And even the bottle is like super nice. The only thing I don't like about it is this like ring around the neck. It's kind of cheap looking and, you know, not good. But the bottle is like really, really pretty. The bottle alone. So nice. So anyways, yeah, Position for Women is so good. And that is going to be it, guys. Those are all of the perfumes that I wore last week. I do hope that you all enjoyed this. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you in my next one.